I've got this kid in my class. How often do we hear about this child in staff rooms? The one who can discuss issues of great complexity but can't produce a written text to save his life? Or the one whose creativity of thinking and intense passion for certain areas show enormous understanding but can barely read at grade level? Who are we talking about? What does the term twice exceptional mean? It refers to students who may possess two exceptionalities, both of which impact on learning. One of these exceptionalities is giftedness, and the other may be a physical, social, emotional, or learning disability. The terms used to describe these students might include dual diagnosis, or more commonly, twice exceptional, or 2E for short. Some of the possible or most common second exceptionalities include ADHD, auditory processing disorder, autism spectrum deficit, dyslexia, and visual processing deficit. Twice exceptional students have two sets of traits, the first linked to their advanced ability, and a second set of traits linked to the limitations created by their second exceptionality. It is the combination of these two sets of traits and the needs they create that produces a unique learning profile for these students. There is no typical twice exceptional student. Giftedness can be present alongside of any variation of physical, social, emotional, or learning disability. However, there are some characteristics that many 2E students may share. A proportion of 2E students may have more than one diagnosed learning issue, such as a learning disability, processing disorder, or emotional or behavioural disorder. Alternatively, other 2E students may have not been formally diagnosed, but show differences in their learning needs that make it hard for them to achieve in the usual classroom setting. These children often show many of the characteristics of gifted students, such as being able to grasp concepts easily and being able to come up with interesting or innovative ideas. But they often have trouble being organised, staying focused, getting things down on paper, writing legibly, or doing maths calculations accurately. Some 2E students also find the noise and movement within the classroom setting an area of difficulty, or they find it hard to sit still and concentrate themselves. The combination of giftedness and one or more of these other exceptionalities can create learning needs and behaviours that bewilder teachers, parents, and even students themselves, and can lead students to become frustrated and disheartened in regard to their learning. A major challenge, then, is how to identify these students, given the enormous range and variation in their profiles. Some can be obviously gifted, but don't seem to be performing to their potential level. Others show that they have an obvious learning challenge to the degree that their giftedness is overshadowed or out of view altogether. Others still appear to be an average student because their giftedness and learning challenges equally mask each other, and they remain totally unidentified. There are three key things that help 2E students to succeed as learners. Firstly, they need help to understand themselves, to become aware of their own needs so that they can know when and how to advocate for themselves, to ask for the support they need to develop independence and achieve as learners. Secondly, these students need a challenge. They will thrive in an environment that acknowledges and addresses their gifted learning needs as a first priority, and use this material to develop any deficit skills such as reading, writing, or paying attention. Thirdly, twice exceptional students need support and encouragement to overcome the challenges created by their deficits, keeping the focus on the giftedness. An IEP may assist in some cases. In fact, good quality teaching practices that benefit all students will also support the twice exceptional student. It is instinctive to think that bright students will show consistent performance and that disorganisation, lack of output in classwork, or inattentiveness is just a result of laziness, a careless approach, or a simple lack of interest. By looking more closely at these students, looking behind the behaviours to find the causes of them, perhaps we can identify the 2E students in our classroom. Only then can we identify their true learning needs and offer the challenge that will motivate and inspire them, as well as the support and encouragement to develop and overcome the impact of their second exceptionality.